On the toss, they'll run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Got a man. That's Tolbert. 17 yards on that play. First down, Cowboys.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll run it with Williams.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. Automatic first down.
So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he's into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Cowboys will take a 14-6 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Chandler now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with first and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, here's McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Cowboys offense and their running back set to go once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Now Prescott. Off he goes. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Set to go now on first and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. They put Pickens in motion. Now a second down throw for Prescott. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Chandler now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Now a handoff. Jones. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. You've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Taking this one downfield for Hawkinson. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert 1st downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way. When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on.
And he will score. Game on. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. On the handoff, Jones. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Short kick taken just inside the 20. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. It's another run here for Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
He's got this on target to Addison. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That is well done there. Converting on 3rd and 15. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up 3rd down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Now he'll air one out. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
One play, 4th down. Everything you've done comes down to this point, Mike. I mean, what a finish. Somehow they dial up the play they need when they need it the most. And it looks like they're going to get out of this one with a victory.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Reichert. His kick is good. And the Vikings move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Y'all should just go ahead and just end the game, bro. The game is over with, bro. It's over with. Why is the game still being played? Like, the game is literally over with. You don't need to do no kickoff. End the game, man.
1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory.